Hello friends, in this video we are going to learn about history of continuous improvements. So let's begin. Let's first understand contribution of various quality professionals to quality management. Most of the techniques used in Six Sigma Toolbox now are available for some time from now. These techniques in use today are the results of groundbreaking work done by many quality professionals. Let's understand the contribution of Walter Shewhart now. Walter Shewhart, born in New Canton, Illinois, studied bachelor and masters from University of Illinois and then doctorate from University of California in year 1917. In the year 1918, Shewhart joined Hawthorne plant of Western Electrical Company to assist their engineers in improving quality. In year 1925, Shewhart produced first control chart and launched statistical process control techniques in Western Electrical Company. At Hawthorne plant of Western Electrical Company, Shewhart met and influenced Edward Deming, who supported his methods. Another major contribution from Shewhart was Shewhart cycle. Deming developed it further in year 1950 and it was also called as Deming wheel or Deming cycle. But whereas Deming called it as Shewhart cycle as his idea was based upon his mentor Walter Shewhart. This Shewhart cycle is based on continuous quality improvement methodology and it is never-ending process. Later on, Shewhart became first honorary member of ASQ and two of Shewhart's contributions continue to influence the day-to-day work of quality are namely control charts and plan to study act cycle or plan to check act, also called as PDCA cycle. Friends, now let's see contribution of Edward Deming towards quality management. Edward Deming, born in year 1900, was trained physicist with doctorate from Yale University in the year 1928. In the year 1927, Deming was introduced to Walter Shewhart by C.H. Kunzman of US Department of Agriculture. At the time, Deming was greatly inspired by Shewhart's work on SPC. Later on, in the year 1939, Deming joined US Census Bureau, where he applied control charts techniques to their processes and saw a 6-time increase in productivity. After World War II, Deming was invited to Japan as advisor to Japanese census. While in Japan, Deming was involved with Japanese scientists and engineers. Deming trained Japanese on statistical methods and organization-wide quality approach. Combination of above techniques, now known as TQM, were already begun in Japan at that time. Deming also developed 14-point approach for quality transformation in any organization. We will discuss in detail about 14-point principles of Deming in another video. Friends, now let's discuss about contribution of Joseph Juran to quality management. Joseph Juran was born in Romania in year 1904. In the year 1924, he earned a bachelor degree in electrical engineering and joined Hawthorne plant of Western Electrical. Japanese Union of Scientists and Engineers got attracted by Juran's first edition of the book Juran's Quality Control Handbook in the year 1951. Subsequently, Japanese Union of Scientists and Engineers invited Juran to Japan to train the executives and leaders of Japanese companies. Juran developed the Pareto principle after studying the work of Wilfred Pareto. Wilfred Pareto was an Italian economist who observed that 80% of the land in Italy was owned by 20% of the population. Juran was first to mention about cost of poor quality. He explained this concept in his trilogy. Juran's trilogy consists of quality planning, quality control, and quality improvement. Deming and Juran both worked in US and Japan. Juran's trilogy is represented in the form of a triangle. Deming and Juran both worked in US and Japan to help businesses to understand the importance of continuous improvement. Friends, now let's see contribution of Philip B. Crosby to quality management. Philip Crosby was a noted quality professional and consultant, widely known for promoting the concept of zero defects. Born in West Virginia in the year 1926 and graduated from Western Reserve University, and he rendered his services in the Navy during World War II and Korean War. Crosby began his career in the year 1952 at Crossley Corporation, then went on to become corporate VP at ITT Corporation in year 1965. Due to huge response to his book Quality is Free, he left ITT Corporation and started his own consultancy company. Crosby came up with the principle of doing it right first time, abbreviated as DRIFT. Also, he came up with the tagline saying quality is free and stated it is always less expensive to make things right first time rather than spending resources, money and time for repairs and rework of incorrect or wrongly produced products. Like Deming, Crosby also came up with 14-point principles to quality improvement. Crosby was first to define quality from viewpoint conformance to requirements. Friends, now let's see contribution of Armand B. Feinbaum. Feinbaum was an American quality specialist who devised the concept of total quality control. Feinbaum earned his master's and doctorate degree from MIT in the year 1968. Then he went on to establish General Systems Company, his own consultancy company at Massachusetts. Friends, now let's see other major contribution of Feinbaum to quality management. First one was total quality control. Total quality control is a system where quality development, maintenance and improvement are integrated to ensure production and services at lower cost. Feinbaum also came up with the idea hidden plant. In this concept, he stated 15 to 40% of organization resources are wasted for not producing right things. The hidden factor represents not being utilized capacity of manufacturing plant or the maximum amount of additional production that can be gained without capital investment. Another major contribution from Feinbaum was quality accountability. He stated quality is a universal concept and cannot be restricted to a department or individual. Hence, his conclusion was each and every process and functional area is responsible and accountable for ensuring quality. Feinbaum also came up with another major contribution or concept called as cost of quality. He stated that it is important to quantify the total cost of quality as a part of process improvement. Also, he challenged the conventional belief that higher costs are always incurred to produce higher quality of product and services. Friends, now let's see contribution of Kaoru Ishikawa to quality management. Kaoru Ishikawa is known as father of Japanese quality. He invented major quality concepts including the fishbone diagram. Kaoru Ishikawa was born in year 1950 and went on to complete his engineering in applied chemistry from the University of Tokyo. Friends, now let's see major contributions of Kaoru Ishikawa to quality management. First being fishbone diagram. It is one of the 7 basic quality tools. Fishbone diagram is used in root cause analysis of quality problems and in prevention of quality defects to find the factors causing quality problems. Friends, the next major contribution of Kaoru Ishikawa to quality management was concept of quality circle. Quality circle is a voluntary group of people who meet to identify, analyze and resolve work-related problem. Concept originally described by Edward Deming in the year 1950 and then developed by Ishikawa. Quality circles are formal groups of people trained by specialists in the skills of problem identification, data gathering, analysis and generation of solutions. Friends, Karu Ishikawa also came up with another major contribution known as emphasis on internal customer. Ishikawa first time came up with the concept saying next operation or process step as the customer to avoid ongoing workplace politics. He also stated overall participation is required from workers at all levels of organization. Every area has the potential for contributing to overall quality. Friends, now let's see contribution of Junichi Tabuchi to quality management. Junichi Tabuchi is known for Tabuchi method, which have left a long-lasting impact in the field of quality control. Tabuchi was born in Japan around 1924 and was a student of textile engineering at Kiryu University till the breakout of Second World War. After the war, he worked at Public Health and Welfare Department, where he was heavily influenced by Matsuhiro Masuyama, a famous statistician. Friends, Tabuchi stated that any deviation from the desired target value or specifications result in a monetary loss to society. Friends, now let's see another major contribution of Tabuchi to quality management. Tabuchi came up with the concept of loss function. So wherein he was the first one to actually quantify customer experience and define how it is changed with changes in product quality. His equation to quantify and calculate the revenue loss is famously called as loss function and is still being used by many manufacturing companies today. Friends, Tabuchi came up with another concept called as production noises. He realized that most of the deviation in cost were due to certain external factors, termed as noise in the production process. In his another contribution called as Tabuchi experiments, he worked on minimizing variations in output. He experimented on minimizing variations in output even though noise is present in the process. If the process produces desired output with the noise, then the process is said to have become robust. Friends, for this video I have used references from ASQ certified Six Sigma Black Belt handbook and website shmula.com, known for Lean Six Sigma online training and services. Friends, in the next video we will discuss on Six Sigma principles and focus area. For now, thanks for watching. If you have liked this video, kindly press on subscribe button and don't forget to press on bell icon to get further updates from our channel. Thanks for watching and bye.